Yo, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. I have to admit, it's pretty nice to be back in front of the camera. Being off on Monday, Tuesday, I guess Wednesday, like there wasn't a video, so I don't know, like just kind of being off this week has been very, very weird. I can't really remember the last time that I didn't go to like a major Flesh and Blood event that I wasn't like not live or not putting out content in some capacity for this long. So it's been quite a while. I have had a head cold. I have been in bed for pretty much the entire week. Today was the first day that I physically felt well enough to go to the office. It has been a long, miserable week, if I'm being honest. I've been laying up in bed awful. So, hey, Mello, let's go with 16 months of Prime support. Mello, thank you so much for the 16 months, brother. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But it's been weird. I've been playing Talishar in bed, like while I've been laying in bed at night. When I was able to like keep my head up. So I have played some games. I have tested a little bit, but I've been laying in bed, not doing a lot, to be honest. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We have a lot to talk about for Worlds, Road to Worlds, where we're at, what's going on. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, and a lot of things we're going to cover. We're going to start with a recap of the Canada's Collectible Games event from this past weekend. I was hoping to get to do this on Monday when I got back, but we're just going to be doing it tonight. If my voice like breaks or cuts out tonight, I apologize, guys. I am starting to feel better. I'm not really 100% yet, but I'm gonna be honest. It's just been so long since I really like streamed or was in front of the camera that I was just like, yeah, you know what? Like, screw it. We're streaming tonight. So here we are. We're hanging out. Mekado, Gavin, Scrambles, Michael, Mello, Joey, Donald, Derek, Martin, Steve, Dave. I think I hit everybody. If I didn't, I apologize, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. It's been 2 weeks still coughing. Dog, I know, right? I know. It feels like it's been 84 years. It's crazy how long I've been sick. I am alive, Joey. I am alive. Gavin, I have actually moved off of Lyeth for Worlds testing. We have put Lyeth in the backpack. I will not be testing Lyeth anymore for Worlds. So we have moved off of Lyeth. Even though Lyeth did have a good run at the Battle Harden in Sonoma, I think is where it was. Lupine Fiasco put out a very, very good video about that whole thing, which was really cool. I did have a chance to play that list a little bit. But yeah, what I've done is I've narrowed it down to 3 CC decks and 3 LL decks that we're going to spend the next 3 to 4 weeks, nothing but hard testing those decks. And then at the end of that 3 to 4 weeks, I'm going to pick between those two. I'm going to pick one of those decks in each format. And then the last 2 weeks is just going to be hard testing those 2 decks, getting ready for Worlds. So, Josh, what's up, man? Been coughing up phlegm for 2 weeks now since I've been sick. I mean, Andrew, I've got it going on bad, dude. I get it, man. I get it. I am in that boat right now. Yeah, Tom, you are not wrong. Jarl's actually on one of the 3 decks that I am considering taking to Worlds, which is not something I thought I would have said a few weeks ago. So we are going to talk about the 6 decks I'm testing right now and where I'm at and what's going on. We're going to talk about it here in just a minute. Normally I do the weekly recap, getting ready for Worlds. Like I normally do that in like a video, but since I've been gone all week and I didn't have time to record it, we're just going to do it live. Like I'm just going to talk about everything tonight. We're going to go through everything. So yeah, we're going to cover everything tonight. Jarl is hard fatigue. Like it's not mostly fatigue, it is hard fatigue. It is a hard fatigue list. I can see in the thumbnail. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that I put the heroes in the thumbnails. I forgot about that. My bad. Just imagine Verdance and Gravy banned so you can play Victor. I mean, if they hit Verdance and Gravy, we might last minute do some like Victor nonsense. I won't lie. I won't lie. How about Syndra? Syndra's on there as well. We are also considering Syndra for Worlds. 110%. Yo, let's go, Jack, with the 11 months of Tier 1. Yo, Jack, thank you so much for the 11 months of Tier 1 over on Twitch. I appreciate that so much. Super interested in hard fatigue Jarl. I'll show you guys the deck if you all want before we play games tonight. We are going to play Puffin games tonight when it gets time to it because I'm pretty interested in playing Puffin. But we'll talk about that here in just a minute. And Josh, I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel like I'm on the other end of this cold and what's going on. I'm definitely not 100%, but I'm definitely feeling better. So I feel a lot better now. I was watching Flesh and Blood on Hard Fatigue Jarl. It's a grind for sure. So Donald, that's actually funny. I really enjoy those decks that are at grind over the course of 13 to 14 rounds. I don't know, like I just enjoy those heroes. Like they something about playing longer games at like a calling or worlds or something like that, like just kind of speaks to me for some reason. I don't know why, but it just does. Just does. Hey, BM, what's up, man? All right. So first off, let's talk about Canada's Collectibles event this past weekend. For anybody who does not know or anybody who missed it, I was invited to come and hang out and like, you know, take pictures, sign things, play games with the Flesh and Blood community in Jackson, Tennessee, at a store called Canada's Collectibles Games. Brian and Michelle were nice enough to have me out to host me. Like they were super nice. It was great to be there and get to hang out and meet them and their Flesh and Blood community. They were phenomenal people. They have an amazing store. It was a massive event that they put on. I was super, super impressed with the entire event. I had a great time. You know, like we played like a sealed like pre-release style event that I did end up going 3-0 in, but I had a very broken tough nut pool. It was insane. So we had a lot of fun. We got to play some games. I got to go out to have dinner with a lot of their local community afterwards, which was so much fun. So it was just super, super cool to get to be there, to get to hang out. Big shout out to Brian and Michelle for inviting me and getting to go and hang out and be there and just, you know, experience their wonderful community. It was really great to be there. So I really appreciate that invite. And, you know, all the other like, you know, creators and groups that were there. It was really cool to get to meet everybody and hang out. So I had a lot of fun. I'm very grateful. I'm very excited. They have a very, very large store. I was very, very impressed with the size of their store and the way that they ran their store. They are like a family owned, operated, and run store. It is Brian and Michelle. They are husband and wife, and then they have a daughter. They told me your name and I forgot. I feel like such a dick now. But I forgot her name. You know, it's like she works at the store. She dressed up as Belle from Beauty and the Beast and was like hanging out with kids all day and stuff. It was a lot of fun. So they just like they had a great event and a great store, a great atmosphere. They do have a ProQuest coming up. They said that they were okay with me talking about this on stream, so I wanted to make sure before I did. But they do have a ProQuest coming up. That ProQuest is coming up on the 18th. That's in Jackson, Tennessee. It's about halfway in between Memphis and Nashville. So make sure you check that out if you're in that area. It's really cool. If they ever get a Battle Harden or something like that, or like a ProQuest Plus, I will be going back to their store. It was just too nice. And in a really good area. There were some nice hotels nearby. So anyway, I have nothing but great things to say about like that event and things like that. Yo, Michael, are you playing Slippy at your ProQuest, dog? Congrats. Bonus, we didn't have to play against you at the Outpost. Oh, Derek, that's so funny. Dude, Derek, you say that, dude, but I'm pretty sure you're like 2-0 against me lifetime, dog. I'm pretty sure both times we played, you just like walloped me at ProQuest both times we played, man. I heard you won the ProQuest playing Kasai at the Outpost, dude. Congrats on winning the ProQuest, man. That's awesome. So happy to hear just how wrong I was. Trent, that's funny. Oh, by the way, Trent, thank you so much for the 20 months at Tier 1 over on Twitch. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And Abu Fahad. Abu Fahad. I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? So make sure you answer those in the chat. I'd love to get to know more about you guys. Gotta stay loyal to my class and my chaos character. Well, I hope it goes well, Michael. I hope you prove everybody wrong. Dude. Apparently, RKO smokes Verdance. I did not know that it smokes Verdance, but I mean, Smoke's Verdance? I don't know about that. Verdance seems like she's in a really good spot in the metagame right now. Also, what is going on with my hair, dog? My hair is all over the place. I'm just gonna have to pretend like it's not there. All right. So we talked about the event. Let's jump in and let's actually go ahead and like start doing our recap for everything that we're working on for Worlds. And this is my spreadsheet. I've done the full screen view. Hopefully you guys can see it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and turn off restream chat so that you guys can see everything for now. And you'll just have me in the top right hand corner. So the three decks in Classic Constructed that I am seriously considering for Worlds is Puffin, Syndra, and Jarl. Now, I like all of these decks. I feel like they approach the meta in very, very different ways, and they're all trying to do something similar, but they all attack the top of the meta in like a decent way. So let's start up the top and let's talk about Puffin, and then let's move down here. So talking about Puffin, Puffin has a favored matchup into Gravy, in my opinion. I think it has like a pretty good matchup into Gravy just as an aggro deck and like trying to be aggressive and like just trying to keep them on the back foot. I think that Puffin has probably like a tougher time into fatigue. Like Puffin just struggles with fatigue. She's just like any other mechanologist. I am on a boost Puffin style deck that I've been like, I've gotten a lot of help with from Emma. Emma has been helping me out with that a lot. So big shout out to Emma for hooking me up with his updated list. That's the list we're going to be playing tonight. I only had a chance to play 4 games. So last week, I think I had a chance to play a total of 35 games last week between traveling, being sick. I just didn't have a ton of time to play games and like really get into like, the playing games and like get into the down and dirty side of things. So unfortunately, we're kind of lacking on the 100 games played a week, but I'm really hoping to amp that up this week. I'm going to be streaming this weekend. So hopefully we're going to get a lot of games in. We're going to get a lot of practice and testing in this weekend. That would be really good. Like we'll be getting some games in on Monday and Tuesday as well. And then we'll have a video coming out on Wednesday recapping this coming week. So we played 4 games on Puffin this week, and I had a 50% win rate. I did beat a Tough Nut, and then I lost to a Huntsman. Now, in 4 games, I feel like I have not really had a like big sample size of like what we're trying to accomplish with the deck, right? But 4 games is not a massive sample size. In fact, I wouldn't even really call it like a big. I would call it an extremely small sample size. I feel like you're still at a small sample size with 10 games on the deck. But like I think anything below that's just like a very small sample size. My one of my losses was to a Arachne Huntsman. I felt like Huntsman was just doing the fatigue plan better than I was. Like during the game, the Huntsman took they used all 3 copies of their D-Reacts. They took Dovetails out of my deck. They took Throttles out of my deck. And they took 0 to 60s out of my deck. So I mean, like they just took like some really, really powerful, impactful cards out of my deck, and it was just very, very awkward for me. So I don't know. Like Puffin seems good, and she targets the meta well. I think she does well into Gravy. It's a very, very close game with Verdance. Like you play this very, very close, like really like racing game where you're like back and forth, and you're like trying to like like get the edge over the Verdance to like be able to like push a lot of damage through, although fatigue is a little bit of a concern. Um, into Syndra, it's just a straight up race. Going second is like gives you a little bit of a benefit, in my opinion. Even though you don't have Mask of Momentum, your hero ability is just draw a card every single turn, basically. So being able to just draw extra cards and apply the pressure, and then you also have the ability to like block well when you need to with cards like Soup Up, Golden Sky Warden or whatever it's called, and you have a pretty good equipment base. So being able to block well into Syndra like deems us pretty good, which I think is a pretty nice fit. So Puffin's one of my CC decks. The next CC deck that I'm going to talk about is Syndra. Now you'll notice that in week 1 we had a hang on. Let me get my zoom it going so I can kind of like point around the board here and show you guys what I'm talking about here. What happened to the Goldmain brothers? So top it, we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. I actually have a other played heroes section that we're going to talk about here in just a minute. And I'm going to talk about other heroes that I've played and how I've gotten to where I am. So don't worry, I'm going to bring this full circle so that you guys can see the whole process tonight. So next up, we're going to be talking about Syndra right here in this blue box. I'm going to try and use some blue boxes here. My total win percentage with Syndra has been 68.75%. I have won 66% of my games into gravy. I think it's been 3 so far in 32 games. I am 1 and 3 into Verdance is one of my worst matchups so far. I've also been playing Mask of Momentum instead of Mask of the Pouncing Lynx into Verdance. So I think that the Mask of the Pouncing Lynx swap is actually going to help us quite a bit. The first week of playing Syndra, I played 10 games and I had a 90% win rate. I ended up going 9 and 10 with the deck. But this week I played 22 games and I won 13 of those. So you'll notice that I had a 30.9% drop in my win percentage, but it dropped from 90, which is a very unrealistic goal, to 59.1%. Now, 59.1% is only 11% under my target goal of 70% win rate, through, like playing and testing games and trying to get to like where we want to be. So 59% is honestly not bad. And I've spent more time this week testing against like less Talishar games and against more like, like people I know, trying to play games to actually like, get a better feel for the deck and like what's going on, and like testing more matchup specific things. So I think we're gonna look more to try and play Syndra. Um, these are the 3 decks that I'm looking at the most. My goal this week is to try and get to probably 20 of each like hero. So I'm probably going to try and play 20 Puffin games, 20 Syndra games, and 20 Jarl games. And that's what I'm going to be looking at. And then we're probably going to be looking at trying to play like 10 to 15 of each of my LL heroes to see where I'm at and how I feel about them. So Syndra continues to be like probably the quote unquote like best deck that I've actually have reps in and that we've been testing with. So I don't know, like that's where we're at with Syndra. We dropped 30.9%, but 59.1% for a week 3 like win percentage rate is actually not that bad. So I think that's actually okay. Next up is Jarl. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The Fatigue Jarl deck, that came to me from a friend. His name's Randy. He's like kind of hooked me up with this deck and like the list that he's working on. So like I'm very appreciative for him, like for hooking me up with this. I have yet to play any games with Jarl. I'm just going to level with y'all. I have yet to play any games with the deck. I just kind of like sat down and I looked at the deck today. But talking to Randy, he's someone that I trust. He says that we have a like decent gravy matchup, that like pot combo with Verdance can be a little tough to play against, but like if they're on like normal excuse me, if they're on like not pot combo, it's pretty much like a free win. I need to test some of the aggro matchups and things like that. So I'm kind of looking at Jarl. If I'm being honest, it's kind of the third deck on my list of 3 right now. It's kind of Syndra, Puffin, then Jarl in my list of the 3 heroes that I'm looking at and I'm kind of testing. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Erm just asked, how is the mirror and the Syndra matchup? I mean, honestly, like I think the Syndra matchup is like going second and trying to get a little lucky. There's probably some like good tech cards, like like Art of the Dragon Scale, Breaking Point probably helps in that matchup. So there are definitely some cards that like we'll have to like learn how to sideboard and when we want to sideboard them in. But I think that like just trying to like play a good game, it feels pretty clean. We did play 2 games against Silas in week 2, playing the Cinder Mirror, where we went first in both of them and we won both of those games. So I think there's something to be said for that and how it feels and stuff like that. I have a 70% win rate on Fatigue Jarl across 76 games in a mostly gravy, Verdant, Cecilio, Cinder, and KO. Any tips for playing him into this meta? Let me know. Tom, actually, I'm severely going to take you up on this. Actually, like, if you're being dead serious, please shoot me a message on Discord. It will probably be tomorrow before I get back to you because I've got to like edit videos and stuff tonight from where I've been sick this week after my stream. But I would love to actually talk to you and discuss the deck and pick your brain about it after the stream if you're okay with that. How about Huntsman over Jarl? If I'm being honest, I don't like the way Huntsman plays. And I think Huntsman has an unwinnable gravy matchup. I think it's like virtually unwinnable. And I think that Jarl has a winnable gravy matchup. And I have already set the bar for myself that I refuse to go to Philly with a deck that walks into the room that has an unwinnable Verdance or gravy matchup when I walk into the room. So how do you avoid going to time on straight fatigue? Charles, as the fatigue player, it is on you to play quickly and to play fast. This would not be my first time playing a fatigue deck. I played a lot of Oldham when it was in CC. I am very quickly able, in my opinion, I'm very, very quickly able to analyze when the game is won or when the game is lost when I'm not able to win playing fatigue. And I will concede at the right times if it comes down to it. So I feel very confident in my ability to play fatigue in a CC meta. So that's where I'm at with the CC heroes. Those are the 3 that I'm playing. we're looking to kind of like move forward over the next like week. And we're going to try to get at minimum 20 Puffin, 20 Cinder, and 20 Jarl games. So one of the issues that I'm going to have with getting 20 Jarl games is that I'm going to have to ask people specifically to play games into me because I'm not going to be able to get a lot of good games against people on Talishar, like random people on Talishar, because people don't want to play against that. I'm also not going to take this to my local scene. I'm not taking this to my armory, like on Friday nights. Like, I don't even know if I'm playing tomorrow, but I'm not taking this to my armory on Friday nights and trying to ruin somebody's life. It's not my goal. It's not my objective. I don't like, Friday nights are for having fun and testing and hanging out, and I don't want to do that to people. So, Cinder with backup, big puff for Sunday if necessary. I mean, hey, you do see new in LL, Michael. You do see new in LL. All right, let's talk about our LL heroes now that we've talked about CC. So our three, oh, let me scroll back up a little bit here. So we have three LL heroes. We have Starvo, New, and we have Zin. You guys know that I started out testing Aurora to see if I liked Aurora. Admittedly, a couple of days ago, I found a version of Aurora that was all in on like cash in. It was playing the Crown of Dominion to like play gold, and it was all in on like arc lightning, ball lightning, like horseshit, kill you in like one turn. Which admittedly seemed kind of cool. I won't lie. That actually seemed like a pretty cool deck and something I might enjoy playing, and it might actually be good on some level. But I think I'm going to stay away from something like that, and I'm just going to focus on decks that I think give me a good chance to win. Um, I played 13 games of LL this week. 8 of them are on Starvo, and then 5 of them on a deck that's not on the screen right now. So, New is definitely not dead. I promise. I promise you. New is not dead. I'm being dead serious. Being dead serious, Dave. It is not dead. Your list, I want to try Fatigue Jarl. Fatigue Jarl is fun. I actually enjoy the deck. I mean, I know that, like, the whole, like, Fatigue Betsy thing was a fiasco, but I will play Fatigue if it wins at a high level. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So when we talk about Starvo, I played Starvo. I played 8 games total. I won 62% of my games, 62 and a half, which is 5. I lost 2 of the 3 games I played against New. I played against a random Talishar New one night laying in bed. Absolutely dumpstered them. Like, it wasn't even a close game. And like, I don't mean that to be brutally like mean. I'm just being honest. And then I played against Annabelle playing New twice in a row, and she absolutely dumpstered B. It wasn't even a contest. So I think New is very favored into Starvo, or at least the way that Annabelle is playing New. So that's something to keep in mind. I think that New has a good Starvo matchup. But Starvo, I did pretty well into everything else that I played. My only other loss was to another Starvo, and they were on Base of the Mountain, and I was not on Base of the Mountain. Was a very stupid decision on my part. I have it in my list, and I just wasn't on it like a buffoon. So it should have been on Base of the Mountain. It was actually against Jude. Jude's pretty cool. He hangs out in the Discord. Jude's a chill guy. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Starvo seems cool. It fits into that Guardian style game plan that I like to play. There's a few more 2 blocks in the deck than I wish there were, but sometimes you just get to do nonsense, right? Sometimes you just get to do nonsense with the deck when you're playing Starvo, and the deck feels pretty cool. So Starvo continues to be one of the decks that I'm also testing. Next up, we have New. I had not been considering New because honestly, I thought with the CYB change, I honestly thought New was kind of dead until Annabelle showed me that it's not. So I haven't played any games of New. I haven't played any games of New or Zin, to be honest, like, and just being straight up with you guys. But I think that both of these are real decks, and I think that they're both very, very viable. New probably fits into like the way that I like to play the game the most. The biggest concern that I have with New has come from Annabelle telling me that it's not a very good chain matchup. So that scares me a little bit. Having a bad matchup into chain is something that makes me feel a little uncomfortable just thinking about it. I don't know, like, just that's scary, because I think even with 3 Warmongers being in the format, I think that people are probably still just going to be playing chain. The deck's just very, very powerful. So, I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe they'll scare people away from it, but if chain's not around, New seems to be a pretty good pick. And then Zin, I honestly think that Zin is just the best aggro deck in the format. After the Warmongers ban, or after the Warmongers unrestriction, whatever it was, I think that Zin is probably just the best aggro deck. You still get to play Art of War. You still get to play like Mask of the Pouncing Lynx and like play like a blue Bonds. I know that bonds is restricted. So I don't know. Like I think you still have a very, very good deck with Zen. There are some decks in the meta that got some points with the unban from like, like with the way that the format swapped up. Like Prism gets some points. I think Icelander gets some points in the meta. And I think Zen has pretty good, decent game into both of those heroes. So right now, these are the 6 decks that I'm considering and where I'm at, how I feel. Why would you play Pouncing and not Traverse? Oh, yeah, you are just on Traverse. Sorry. Yeah, you're just on Traverse. My bad. I forget that you can tutor the blue out of your deck, right? Like you can just tutor the blue bonds out of your deck, which is hilarious. So yeah, those are the 6 decks I'm considering. We're gonna be playing Puffin tonight, looking for games and like trying to like get some reps in with Puffin. The other played heroes that I played this week, um, you'll notice that like Syndra is on here. Like, and we have some other things on here. The first one that I really want to talk about from this week is I want to talk about Lyeth. I only had a chance to play 3 Lyeth games. You'll notice that my time that I'm spending on Lyeth is considerably dropping over the course of the weeks as we're continuing to kind of see that I feel like Lyeth is honestly just not fitting into where I want to be. So played Lyeth. Like I won 2 of the 3 games that I played this week. I have a says I have a total win percentage of 28.57. I don't remember. I mean it sounds accurate. I don't know. It sounds accurate. I can't remember. But anyway, I did like all the math and was looking at all of the stuff and like like that. Some of these numbers are different. I guess I didn't change some of them on this sheet. I don't know. I guess I didn't change some. Regardless, regardless. I did have a 34% win increase of playing Lyeth this time around, but I mean, also like I only played 3 games, so I don't really think that counts for anything. I did play 5 games of Briar this week, like thinking this was before they announced the emergency ban on Sunday or whatever they did. Um, I played 5 games. I didn't play any of the same heroes. I went 3 and 2 playing the deck. Briar seems like a cool deck. She kind of gets hosed by Warmongers. Maybe not as bad as some of the other, like maybe not as bad as Chain, but it does feel pretty rough with 3 Warmongers being in the deck. So I don't know. Like Briar seems like she could be like a cool pick, but I've added her to my other played heroes for now. So that's kind of where we're at. And also just to kind of like update you guys, I flashbang warning for everybody in advance. Flashbang warning. You are getting like the 10-second flashbang warning because I have not had time to update this side of the spreadsheet yet. So just so you're aware with what's going on, we have not had time to update the spreadsheet yet. But the ProQuest data, I'm going to be going to 4 ProQuests over the course of this season, and I'm going to be like logging that based off of like wins and losses, what this looks like, how many rounds that I played, and I'll be listing like what hero I played and stuff like that. Like I'll probably just go ahead and like do like a hero played at the event so that there's something there. And then like we'll have it put out here down to the edge. So this is kind of where we're at. But yeah, this is what I'm doing for the ProQuest data over my 4 ProQuests so that we can kind of add this into the data that we're keeping track of. So anyway, that's where we're at. That's what's going on. Why didn't you warn us? I know, Yeezel, right? I'm the worst, dude. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. I'm kidding. Kidding. All right. So let's go ahead and kick this back on here so it'll be there. And then let's jump over and let's go ahead and talk about the Puffin deck that we're going to be playing tonight. We're going to be playing some CC Puffin tonight to try and prepare a little bit here with everything that we got going on. So one of the cards that honestly, like, I've kind of like tinkered a little bit with the list. I'm not exactly on Emma's list, but we are on, like majority of the things that he's playing, we are on a lot of the stuff here. I'm so hyped for ProQuest this weekend. Dude, I hope you guys crushed it at your ProQuest this weekend. I'm sad I don't have any this weekend. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got some pretty cool stuff planned this weekend, but I hope you guys crush your ProQuest this weekend. Damien, what's up, dude? So when we talk about like cards in the deck and like how, like where Puffin's at right now, first card I want to talk about is Boom Grenade. Boom Grenade has done a very good job of being a 0-cost item that helps us activate our Puffin hero ability to draw a card, but it also does a good job of like pressuring our opponent's life total. I'm currently on 2 of this card because it fits in as another, like, zero cost, like, efficient into our curve of what we're trying to accomplish. It helps turn on Puffin's hero ability. It adds on the additional 4 damage, so it forces your opponents to, like, kinda block in weird ways when you're offering break points. So, Boom Grenade fits in really well, and I think this is a really, really solid 2 of in the Puffin deck right now. I don't know. This card's just felt very, very good to me. It's just felt very, very clean with everything going on. If the meta becomes more fatigue heavy, it's possible that we move away from Boom Grenade and try to fit like something else in. But I don't know. Like it feels pretty clean with everything that's going on right now. Let's see. What are cards that stand out in this deck that haven't always been in there? I mean, I feel like Backspin Thrust is kind of like still one that's being explored a little bit. Like not everybody is, not everybody has like kind of navigated towards this card. But it's felt good. Like the card has felt pretty good. There's definitely some really, really cool lines. Um, that you can like use with the backspin thrust, with Cogworks Dovetail, with some really cool lines with Cogworks, whatever it's called, Cogworks Zeppelin. Like, it works really well with being able to tap a cog and then backspin thrust for untap a cog is really, really cool. So I know there's a lot of insanely good cards. Palantir Aeronaut is absolutely insane. This card is, I don't know, like this card is just like the staple of Puffin. Like this card is just like a freaking all-star. I always thought like I think everybody knows that this card is good, but I don't think everybody understands like the amount of like cool interactions you can do with this card to be able to like force your opponent into some weird blocks. So just the boost cards stick out mostly. I mean, yeah, the boost cards are really good. Like, I think the boost cards are a necessary evil for this deck. I think it fits in really, really well. So, this is also a card that's very impactful. Jolly Bludger was a card that didn't like really jump out at me the first couple of times that I played it, but into Kasai, into Victor, into another mechanologist hero like Dio, into Gravy Bones, you were able to use this as like a way to like really threaten a lot of like, their gold or their items and just I don't know. This card's felt very, very impactful. It forces some awkward blocks. It forces your opponent to think a little bit. I stole a Teklo Pounder with it the other day. I stole 3 gold from a Gravy Bones with it the other day. Jolly Bludger is a great chain ender, and it really forces your opponent into thinking about how they want to play out the rest of their turn or what their turn can be impacted with. So this card has been a great 2 of in the sideboard. Jolly Bludgers felt very, very good. Yo, no Kasai Tech allowed? Dog, you're already won. You've already won a ProQuest. What are you talking about? Like, you already won a ProQuest, dog. I don't even like we can't even compete anymore. You know what I mean? Like you're not even coming to the rest of the ProQuest. You can't play, brother. You can't play. But anyway, let's jump in. Let's jump in. Let's play some games. Try to get some games going. Also, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for chilling tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging out while we are here and playing games. Played a couple of puffing games earlier, so we're trying to get some more games under our belt here. If Kasai is willing to spend 3 cards to block this, I'm pretty content with it, Like I'm pretty happy with Kasai spending 3 cards to block that. The problem with Jolly into Kasai is they have ways around overpower. Sure, they do. But if they want to block, I'm okay with that, Joel. You know what I mean? I've been on a toxic deck as of recent. Yeah, no, that's okay, Damien. I appreciate it. Not me showing up with a fake mustache. LOL, that's so funny. How do we board into Acilio? I've got it over here somewhere. All right, let's see. It says we're on 62 cards. I don't know why we're on 62 cards. Weird. We are on balance. Okay, I don't know why we're on balance. And it says we are on AB0. It just asked if I was streaming. That's kind of funny. I don't know why we'd play more than 60 in this matchup. It says we're supposed to be on 2 copy of Heist. instead of just playing the main 60 aggro race him down. I don't think I like that. I think we're gonna try the 60 and we're just gonna try and race. I don't know how correct that is, but I'm curious to know how it feels. Let's see. We're playing against Acilio and we are going second. Playing against one silly boy. One silly boy. Unless you're in the mood to be annoyed. I mean, dude, if you're playing the Huntsman deck, I really I'm good. I'm good, Damien. Thank you though. If you're playing the Huntsman deck, I'm good. Thank you though. Not a huge fan of taking a point of damage here on turn 0, but I think this is fine. Hopefully they don't shock Polly. I mean, the free items that we get back are like we can potentially get back a boom grenade. No. I played myself. We can potentially get back a boom grenade, or we can get back like a copper cog, which I mean, don't get me wrong, like getting those back is fine, you know? Not with heist, no. They don't even have items, do they? They're all auras, right? Like I don't even think we can take those. I don't even think that works that way. Always bolt the bird. Very, very good advice, Brian. Very good advice, Brian. Actually, this is wrong. We're supposed to lead on Polly. Polly Franca. Whoa. This lines up pretty well. Hopefully their hand doesn't block very efficiently, and we're able to go 5 into 6. We don't have a cog, so it's a little weird, but I know the bird is fragile to every shock. Yeah, they're all auras, unfortunately, Jack. I wish. Changed my Slippy list a bit, but I finally managed to cook a suitable 80, which I'm so happy about. Dude, that's awesome. I'm glad you're happy with that, man. Just being willing to take that damage is insanity. Terrifying. Please give me your lightning greaves. And they're gonna happily say okay. Okay. That's also fine, I guess. Holly Cranka gonna spank you. Yo, Steve. Yeah, they do not pump the overcrowded block. That would be very, very impactful if it did. It'd be very, very impactful if it did. All right, we're just gonna arsenal the dovetail and set up here. Again, another hand that does not generate. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to just like no block this a little bit here. Maybe we just block with the balance. Maybe we just block with the balance a little. That is a banana throttle. It is the old yodel, as Emma calls it. The old yodel. Oh. By the way, guys, if I have to like pee 20 times during the stream, I'm sorry. Just the world we're living in tonight. Yodel, my goat. Dude, I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of love put into this list, Damien. A lot of love put into this list. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean shit for us. We didn't draw another way to like get anything going, like with another item to draw a card, which I mean is fine. We're just gonna go 5 into 4 into 4. Not really, like not drawing a way to like get a single thing going is like kind of weird. We could have opted to like crank to like activate heart. Oh, they're just gonna try and kill us next turn. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. You go AB1 or AB3 into Acilio? Are you talking about a Slippy, Michael? I honestly thought they were gonna mind warp us, Dave. I mean, we're probably just gonna end up blocking with this whole hand, right? Like we're probably just blocking with this whole hand. Okay. Blast to Oblivion nonsense is pretty good. They've not drawn any cards yet this turn, right? This will block with Cog in the machine. Yeah, I thought about that after I did it. I was like, man, them getting to put a CLV out there would have been really, really bad for us. I agree. We're probably toasted here. Beat him like you did our little on-demand armory during Fall Fest last week. Yo, clutch. I had a lot of fun playing at that last week. That was a really good time. I'm very glad that I got to come and hang out with y'all last week. That was a great time. No, we will not crank it. At least this way our gun is available. Like if nothing else, the gun is available. Balance is not active, so it looks like no. No, they picked up their sigil with the headpiece last turn, right? So like it's only one draw this turn. Wow, they had double blast to Oblivion this turn. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Yeah, no, you're good, hee haw. The common legendary? I know that's right. So now we can balance? I mean, we're gonna wait. There's no reason to balance now, right? I guess we're gonna do this now so we can jam 2 cards in front, hopefully. I mean, this is like the Godzilla turn. Like what Exodia turn. That's what Yudo calls this. I mean, they've had double Flash of Brilliance this turn, which is crazy. I mean, if they have an arcane spell, this is going to be insane. Especially if it's a shock. And the crazy part is like, I don't. It depends on if they have the arcane spell, right? Like if they have the arcane spell, we're probably just dead. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh my god, and it's a shock. You gotta be shitting me, dog. So this is gonna be shock for 13. I'm getting ready to go 7. And then I'm going to 3. I mean, oh well. I mean, yeah, like this game goes on the sheet as a loss only because we were required to play it. But I mean, yeah, like I don't. There's nothing we can do about this. I I don't. I mean, I'm sure there's decks in the format that could live through this, but it ain't this one. That was what, turn 3? You turned into exactly what you thought you just turned into, EA Sports. Yo, that's a lot of jam. That's 8 jam hands. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that was, I mean, you know, it just be like that sometimes. I mean, to be honest, the jam doesn't really matter, does it? Like the jam doesn't really matter. I'm just curious to go back and look and see like what their AVPT or what their damage, their threatened damage was that turn. Um, the funny part is like having AB wouldn't have helped us this game either. Nice. We're Omega dead. It's funny because they could have just killed us with the etchings at the beginning of the turn. Let's see. They threatened 47. I mean, yeah. I like we were at 30 and went all the way down to 3, right? Yeah, puffing our way to side events, maybe. Puffing our way to side events, it sounds like. That was insane. That was crazy. They threatened 47 damage to us on turn 3. Cool. Anyway, other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln? That was insane. Sanity. All right, so we lost. Up, threatened 43, no, 47. 47 damage on turn 3. Not sure how to beat that. I'm not really going to put a lot of notes in there. I mean, I feel like that one's pretty self-explanatory, you know? Like, yeah. Man, I forgot.
I'm in danger.
That would have been the perfect time to soundboard the shit out of that game. But alas. Double blast was insane. Why didn't I just block 47? I'm such a forehead. Duh. Like Dedoy. I should just block it, right? I think that generally Puffin beats Acilio. I mean, normally if they don't like do the crazy nonsense, then it feels pretty good. Like if they don't do the crazy nonsense like that, then it feels pretty good. Not sure how to sideboard against that. I mean, dude, Assassin, weren't you listening? We were just supposed to block 47. Hang on, I gotta look. I don't know if this is a first or second kind of matchup. We go first against Verdance. Behind Your Walls is an interesting name. We are on. See, this is another AB0 matchup, and we're just straight balls to the wall. We are on backup protocol, and we're on 2 blues. Try and make it a little bit smoother. Let's see what happens. We're gonna try and get in the red zone. Auto zone. Verdance, and we're going first. Purely playing the deck off of how Emma's told me to sideboard with the deck, so that's 100% what we're going for tonight. I'm going to pass, and we're going to Arsenal the soup up. I don't think we're supposed to get aggressive, even though they did that. I think we're just going to Arsenal the soup up and just set up for next turn. Where was your instant negate? Dude, I know, right? Lost on deck cut? LOL, Dave. That's so funny. I wanted to save that in case we wanted to. Like, we're going to put the Copper Cog into play this turn. And I think that's just a little bit better. I think it's just a little bit better. Like, saving the Cog so that we can play it now so that we don't have to, like, use the gold here seems pretty good. They wanted to Arsenal the Shelter. That's fine. So, we're going to Franca DePauli. We're going to save our gold because they can't interact with that. Then we're going to put the Copper Cog into play. We are going to crank it. Crank that all on the floor. Dan, 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 dan. An item has not been destroyed this turn, but we have cranked, so that's okay. We're gonna get met with a shelter. No problem whatsoever. We're gonna get met with another shelter. All right, 2 for 2. We don't play Ether Eyes in our boost Puffin. I know, right? Hey, what's up, Florian? How are you, buddy? We'll just go ahead and throw 5 and see how this is played out. Our opponent has done a phenomenal job of just blocking super effectively so far. It's weird that drawing a yellow almost makes me feel like we're wasting a card, but seems fine. I'm trying to like find spaces where we should use the soundboard and it makes sense. So instead, you guys get
Lizard.
because it's my favorite thing. Do we just want to say go again and throw this, or should we just save it? All right, let's just save it. This is fine. If they're willing to just give up these 2 cards like this, I think I'm okay with this. So we're gonna crank Polly. Crank that all on the floor, dan dan. I mean, Ring of Roses is pretty good for them, right? It's pretty scary. It's not exactly a great card to rip into. I'm not a huge fan of drawing that, like at all.
Lizard.
I couldn't give go again and send the gun. If I tap a cog to give go again, I don't untap any of my cogs, so I can't send the gun there. Talos? To work after calling Hamburg. It was such a cool event. I would love to play more of them, but time and money are short. That I felt, Florian. That I felt. I mean, yeah, I not waiting on me to refresh the page. I appreciate it, buddy, but it's not that. I'm talking to chat. Talking to chat, bud. Do you prefer chili Bullander or more blossoming one? Wait, what? Are you asking me if I like Icelander more or if I like Verdance more? Is that the question at hand? Is that the question at hand here? Yo, Fabton, dog. You have a command. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Fabton, but you have one, dude. I gotta figure out the riddle. Chili Bullander or more blossoming one? I mean, I mean, I don't know. I'm like 30 kinds of lost here, bro. I'm just gonna attack with the gun for 3. I'm terrified to know what they're keeping, but bro, scrap Puffin, dude. I'm telling you, just trust. I think Puffin has like a decent spread. This is one of our harder matchups, and I mean, like they threw 47 at us on turn 3. Dude, we came up with that during the 24-hour stream, Fabton, and we had so much fun making that command. I hope you like it, buddy. We thought it was hilarious. We're gonna go ahead and kill this. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, we would like to keep this around. There's no point in us using our gold here. We do get to lead on this finally. So this is 4 go again. Dio too hard. So I'm gonna be honest, I played 8 games of Dio, and like I don't know. I just like the deck did not feel like fun to me. Like it's weird. I thought I would love Dio to be honest, because I love playing Mechanologist, but after like 8 games of the deck, I was just, I don't know, like not enjoying myself. If we don't have to pump this and they let this hit, we get to then activate our gold and draw into a card and potentially arsenal something or attack. Theo gets fatigued, which is also one of my concerns. I would like to crank my golden cog. We're now going to activate this and we're going to go ahead and hit our gold, draw into a card. We're going to rip into a copper cog, which is a little disappointing. And we're just going to attack for 3 and arsenal the copper cog. But we do now have an item set up for next turn. We're going to put yellow zipper hit on the bottom. Yeah, we're going to take 7. Dio too cranky for aggro. Yo, I like that. YouTube is obsessed with putting your 5 versus Azuri members only video in my recommendation. I don't know why. That was like one of my first videos I ever did. Like, I think literally like one of the first like members only videos I ever did. Let's draw a card off this and see what happens. So it's zipper hit for 4 go again. Yellow Rubon Carapace turns a hero ability online. I get 5 versus Azalea all the time. I get the 5 versus Lexi one. Dude, y'all keep getting like all this old school videos. I love it. And it was a mental block. Okay. So we're going to break the chain. We're going to activate this. We're going to go ahead and get soup up back. It's going to be soup up for 4 go again. And then it's going to be gun for 2. And we're going to arsenal the dovetail. Still pretty okay with this. Sirens is interesting. Be an overblock if we blocked with it. Are we supposed to just block 2? Feels weird, but I think we are. I mean, we could have cracked, but like, why would we crack that there? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why we would have. Like, we could have, but like, we're over blocking. Like, the gold generation doesn't do anything for us here. Like, we have like, I don't know. I don't see the like. I understand why you guys wanted to do that, but I just don't think it's correct. I don't know. I'm not sold on that being correct there. I mean, I guess we could send Palantir back with Unicycle. What you guys wanted to do. Okay. I was thinking that I wanted to arsenal the Palantir and just set up here. Put a card in the bottom. No. Gold Cogs giveaway. Of course. Triple item is unfortunate. Uh, we are so far behind this game. It's crazy. Another defense reaction? No. Okay. I mean, all right. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they did have the cold foil cogs. Did they block with a felling? I mean, I guess they felt like the plow under was better value. I don't think that's a correct judgment, but yeah, we're gonna do it like this. And yeah, I guess we might as well. It doesn't really matter. And then we're just gonna do it this way into a felling. All right, so we're gonna keep this around. We're gonna activate. We're gonna put a copper cog into play. We're gonna crank to draw a card. Draw into a workshop. Two go again. Hey Paul, what's up, buddy? And then we just get to throw Aeronaut here. Would you mind showing the fatigue Jarl list? Not at all. Not at all, Angel. I'll show it after this game. No problem. No problem at all. More than happy to show it after this game. Yeah, I think sending the blue soup up first is correct there because we're not going to be able to boost, so we don't really get any value going off Zeppelin. This is currently blocking 4. Do we want to blow this up? Or is it better just to push extra damage through? Probably better just to push extra damage through. I do have AB in the deck. We don't run into this matchup specifically, Michael. Did I miss you talking about your potential LL deck? I did talk about LL already. Yes, we did talk about LL. I talked about the 3 CC decks and 3 LL decks. I'm going to show the Jarl deck after this because Angel asked about it. So I'm happy to kind of talk about that. So we're going to go to 6 here. That's not good. Yo, let's go. John with the 2 months of support over on YouTube. Dude, John, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hope you're feeling better. I'm definitely not 100%, but I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better. I appreciate you checking in. It means a lot. Um if they don't have it, we're in a really good place. Of course they have it. I mean, to be fair, we're at 6. It's not like we're at 9 where they had to have like if we were at 9, they have to have the burn bear, but since we're at 6, they just have to have the pulsing ether. Um I think we were just supposed to go zipper hit dovetail into Zeppelin. Like they're at 4, and if we're able to go 4, 5, 6, I mean that's 15 points. And we can arsenal the workshop. And then we set up for like a double workshop hand next turn, which would have been okay. I don't know. Verdance is one of those matchups that's like always very, very close. They could have called with the scolding they pitched. What? What, Dave? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about, buddy. All right, let's see. Loss, close game. Missed an early Palantir hit. Take equipment off the board. Op had most of their equipment through the game. Wasn't able to pressure them enough. Felt behind all game. All right. Well, 0-2 is not exactly the start we were looking for. I'm going to level with y'all. 0-2 this was not the start we were looking for. What makes Puffin a better deck than Dio? She's harder to fatigue. Is one of my favorite things about her, if I'm being honest. Like, that's my biggest thing about Puffin. I think that Dio is just the better aggro deck, but I think Puffin's harder to fatigue. And I think Puffin has a better spread of matchups across like an open field. You're gonna be on KO for our first Pro Quest? Yo, let's go, dude. Are you pausing the stream for the Eagles game, or am I really gonna have to choose between aggro and the birds? Scrambles. Dog. I'm gonna level with you, man. I got 2 bets on the game tonight. I got ESPN on my other monitor, dog. I got ESPN on my other monitor. We got two bets going tonight. So yeah, we're looking to become rich tonight. All right, so this is the Puffin deck. We were talking about it earlier. Somebody asked to see the Jarl deck. I'm just letting you all know. If you don't like fatigue, brace yourself. I actually do not have Scataboo anytime touchdown. I don't take anytime touchdowns very often. I mean, if you guys want, I'll talk about the 2 bets I've got going tonight. I've called it slow and painful. This is the Jarl deck that I've been working on. And by working on, I mean I got from Randy. All right. So we're on Coronet Peak. If you are playing against a Jarl, hang on. Let's talk about this here. If you sit down to play against a Jarl and they flip over Coronet Peak against you, you should automatically assume that they are going to be on fatigue. Coronet Peak is a very, very good headpiece to like a very telling sign that they are going to play fatigue against you. So if you're going to a tournament or a Pro Quest and you're not sure how to tell what your opponent's aiming to do, look at their headpiece, and if you see Coronet Peak or if you see Rampart of the Rem's Head, just know that is a key sign that Jarl is trying to fatigue you. That is like my one piece of like advice that I would give to anybody who is like looking at playing, who's going to Pro Quest season. Sorry, I'm writing timestamps down. I didn't have any shorts come out this week because I've been sick. So, hey Jay, what's up, buddy? My first CC deck was Count Your Blessings New. I'm about that fatigue life. I love it. One of my first real decks I ever played competitively was Jarl. Nice interview with the Brazilian team. Mazo, thank you so much. I really enjoyed being on with Team Pummel Party. They were super fun to chat with. And I just like, it was very easy to sit and talk with them. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, this is the list that I'm going to start playing games with this week. Man, I'm not going to lie. I really hope Randy did not mind me sharing this publicly. I have not asked him about me talking about this deck publicly, but I don't know. I'm also kind of assuming that he was okay sharing the deck with me if he was okay with me talking about it in front of everybody. So I don't know. We'll see. We're on Skullcap in the sideboard, which I think is really, really cool. I don't know. I think this is cool. Tom, I really think that Oasis Respite should fit into the deck. I'm debating cutting Poison the Well for Oasis Respites. Like, I think that might be a better swap, and maybe like 2 Midas Touch. I don't know. It's tough to say what we should be up to. But I do like Oasis Respites in the sideboard. This is the list. I mean, I'll link this. Like, if you guys want to like play with this deck and you guys want to like check it out, let's see. I'm just gonna post this in the Discord. So if you guys want to like check this out, you guys can hit up the Discord and take a look at it. Yeah, that's like the deck that Randy sent me and I've been talking about. So I wish Summit was playable. Same, dog. Same. You can probably cut Poison the Well. That's fair, Jake. 3 Amulet is silly, though. I mean, like, Amulet's for Acilio, and I think that Amulet might be a necessary evil for Acilio, right? How does Jarl win against Verdance? If they're on the potion stack 'em plan, it's kind of tough. But if they're not, it's basically a slam dunk, right? I don't feel great, but I'm here. Jay, I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. I hope you don't have what I had. I hope you do not have what I had. So yeah, that is the Jarl deck that I'm not gonna subject you all to on stream. I won't force you all to watch me play Fatigue Jarl on stream. So while we are waiting for another game, in the very bottom right-hand corner, it's down here. You'll probably notice it. We have this little card down here for the Green Tree Sports Card 10K coming up at the 1st of November. There is a CC 10K coming up the 1st of November and a 2.5K LL event coming up on Sunday, the 2nd. If you have not checked that out, make sure you use !GSC10K in the chat so that you can see the link. You get all the data. You can check everything out that's going on. It's a really cool event. I'm deciding between going to ProQuest or playing in that, but it does, like, it's going to be a great event. It's really, really cool. So yeah, you should make sure you check that out. Yeah, it's gsc10k. How much to change the stream to Fatigue Jarl? Yo. You actually want me to change the stream to Fatigue Jarl? I tell you what, if somebody gives 5, we'll play Fatigue Jarl the rest of the stream. I mean, I will subject everybody to that if that's what you guys want to do. But yeah, it's like, it's an easy 5 gifted, and we're in there. And we're in there. All right, we're going to play this RKO game no matter what, though. So, all right. So, against RKO, we are on... Let's see. Looks like we're on the usual suspects here. Yep, we are on the usual suspects here. And we are on 67 in this matchup. We are on everything but Jolly Bludger. Not really trying to steal any items in this matchup, are we? So. Fatigue Jarl or we riot? Listen, I put a price out there. I put a price out there for you guys. I put a price out there. It doesn't have to be 5 gifted from somebody. If it's 5 gifted before we get to the end of this game, I will play Fatigue Jarl for you hoodlums. Let's go ahead and put this into play, no crank, and then we're gonna Arsenal the backup Protocol Red. Damn. Okay. Well, I have to tell you what, that was a pretty fast call on the price that I said. Yo. All right. Well, dude, let's go. Dark Angel and Ian, thank you guys so much for the 5 gifted. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. It means a whole bunch. All right. Well, I did not realize y'all liked Jarl that much, so we will play Fatigue Jarl after this. I am a man of my word. We will play Fatigue Jarl after this. All right. This hand looks pretty good. I think we're just gonna say no blocks here and hope this isn't Pummel. If it is Pummel, we will discard the Zeppelin. Oh, I hate Jarl, but this is for the people. Well, guys, I really appreciate the 10 gifted between Angel and Ian. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Can Jarl fatigue Tough Nut? I don't know, Assassin. That's a great question. That's a great question. All right, so we're gonna start with the old bird. Backup Protocol Red. Four go again, 4 go again, 4 go again. Pitch Skywarden to Backup Protocol, 4 go again, Gun, Arsenal, Zeppelin. How many gifted to play Puffin still? Yo, you guys can't have like a battling war. At least not this early, right? I mean, I'm not, listen, as funny as that would be, I'm not here to like drive up the price on you guys. There will be other Puffin streams, I promise. I honestly wasn't going to play Jarl because I didn't think you guys would want to watch that, but If you guys want to watch Jarl, I mean, listen, I'm not one to, fight the people here. Can Tough Nut function well under frostbites? Probably not, Michael. Probably not. Take the right yellow? Damn. We supposed to. No, we couldn't do anything, right? There was nothing we could do there. Yeah, there was just nothing we could do there, right? Having a good time just hanging out? Well, Fabted, I'm glad. I'm glad you're here. We love Guardians here. I mean, Guardians are a lot of fun. They're fighting like crazy to keep their life total above mine. They must have a Mocking Blow in their hand. I don't want to Arsenal this. This thing is Terrible. Are they going to kill Polly? No! My bird! My bird! Edge. If you're only making Tough Nut block with 1 to 2 cards and giving them a Frostbite, they can use that last card to pay for their hero activation and still rock. Yeah, it actually might be easier for them to rock, right? If that's the world that we're living in. All right, activate Puffin. Crank that. Na, 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 na. We will crank the golden cog. We'll add counters to a copper cog and to a golden cog. Draw a card. Boom Grenade is a great arsenal here. I like this quite a bit. I don't think we need to play it out. I think we're okay with this line here. It's going to be 4 go again into Dovetail. I still think Guardian needs a ton of help class-wise. I actually really agree with that, Angel. I actually really agree with that. Kill this green goblin for killing our sweet little parrot. Yo, Michael, I like the way you think. I like the way you think, Michael. Giving them the business. All right, we're going to come in for 5. The fact that they're keeping their hand is a little terrifying. We can come over the top for 2 and give go again here if we would like to. Blocking 6 will not be enough. +1, +1. And then we're going to give go again. Untap all of the cogs, Nathan. All right. I'm reaching now. I'm reaching now. Yo, that's a great question. Fabton, are you going to Worlds, dog? Hope the answer is yes. I like hanging out with Fabton. He's what I would call a chill guy. Fabton's a G, dude. Y'all don't know Fabton? Y'all should check him out. We probably should have made his command something that like helps you find his channel. I wish I would have thought of that. Sorry, Fabton. I'm a Bagnon. I did not think of that, dog. Did not think of that. We should wait, right? We should block the next thing. I would love to meet Fabton IRL. That would be awesome. Now we're okay with blocking like this. This is fine. We're going to play out our hand. Aeronaut's going to help us get something here. Will we be able to get Agroblaze tokens at Worlds? Yeah, absolutely. I'm bringing them for all of the YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. By the way, guys, if you became a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber during the 24-hour giveaway or just now during the 10 gifted, like, you are still welcome to get the tokens. All you have to do is message me. If you message me on Discord, your name goes into the spreadsheet. And then once your name's in the spreadsheet, I'll bring you your tokens at Worlds. Like, it's that simple. I am here for you all. I am here for you all. I don't know if playing out the cog or we should have played Workshop here is better. Yo, what a hit. That's actually insane, right? It's actually an insane rip here. Injected into my veins? Himmel, what's up, dude? Himmel, by the way, I'm about to be hitting you up for some cards, dog. I know, I feel like this is like an every other freaking stream thing I'm saying this. Is it even every other stream or is it just every stream? But I realized there are cards I do not own for the Fatigue Jarl deck. So yeah, I'm going to be hitting you up here in a little bit. Apparently Everbloom and Lifes are $35, which I did not know. Personally, I think that's outrageous. But apparently Everbloom and Life is $35, dog, so... Worlds is in Philly. It is in America. Yes, Gavin. As long as you talk while you play Jarl, will be fine. I talk the whole time. I talk the whole time. Don Francois. I really hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize. But yeah, I talk the whole time. Unfortunately, my wife would tell you that I talk too much. I mean, she really would say that, but she says that in a loving way. Charlie's my best friend, so I hope she says that in a loving way. Hmm. Anyway, can I ask my friend to take it for me? Nugent, do you mean like to pick the tokens up for you at Worlds? Is that what you mean, Nugent? You don't think I talk too much? Thanks, Damien. I appreciate it. Are we getting baited here? If I need to start over. They said it's fine. Go on. You sure? I want to make sure that they're okay with this. Like, so Marvel Jarl on my tab. I mean, listen, I don't know about buying a Marvel Jarl. I don't know about all that. They have blocked differently, but wouldn't mattered much. I'm not sure why they would have blocked differently, knowing. And then it's going to be this, which is insane. This is really, really good for us. Hey, Art of Josh, what's going on, buddy? If he talked more than me, I'd let you know. Damien, never mind, dog. Yeah, Nugent, if you're a YouTube member or Twitch subscriber and you want your buddy to pick them up from you at Worlds, all I need you to do is reach out to me and like let me know who your buddy is so that I can, make sure that I get like so that I'm like know who I'm trying to find or talking to. That's all I need to know. That is all I need to know. I think we're just gonna block 4, and then I'm just gonna throw. I'm gonna throw 6 in Arsenal the Cog here. I think this is fine. I would love to have a Marvel Jarl. Marvel Yarvel. Marvel Yarvel. I would love to have a Marvel Jarl, to be honest. I have a Marvel Lyeth. I would love to have a Marvel. I want to have a Marvel of every Guardian. That's like at some point on my bucket list. But I also have a weird thing that I'm chasing from when I played Magic, which is going to sound really weird to a lot of you guys if you don't play Magic or don't care about it. But I loved the card Lightning Bolt in Magic, and I want to have a copy of every Lightning Bolt ever printed. Are we Puffin gamers for Worlds? Honestly, Himmel, I'm not sure yet. I'm down to 3 CC decks and 3 LL decks. My CC decks are Puffin, Syndra, and Jarl that I'm testing between. And then my LL decks are Starvo, New, and Zin that I'm testing between right now. That's kind of like where I'm at, what I'm trying to figure out currently. I mean, soup up blocks for Tor, attack blocks for 4, attacks for 4. This hand's actually kind of weird, right? This hand's not that good. Makes sense. Makes sense. Lightning Bolt is one of my favorite cards. Lightning Bolt's one of my favorite cards. And I want to have like the one of the Lightning Bolts I'm still chasing is the Judge Lightning Bolt. And like if you've played Magic, then like you know that is like a very, very expensive. The Judge Bolts are like some of the hardest ones to find. Fellow Jund gamer, I did play Jund both before Bloodbraid Elf ban, while it was banned, and after Bloodbraid Elf unbanned, for sure. Josh, I wouldn't say I'm 100%, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm feeling a lot better now for sure. Thanks for asking, man. I appreciate that. I think we're supposed to Arsenal the cog in the machine here, right? Like, I think we're supposed to Arsenal the cog in the machine this turn. We're supposed to play cog from Arsenal, cog from hand, and then use the other cog as a blue to play the 2 cost we're going to draw off the top of our deck because we're just goaded. Emma did tell me when he was building this deck, when he was working on this deck with his buddy Jesse, that you should plan on drawing a 2 cost off the top of the deck. That it was like the objective. Man, man, we're so good at this game. We're so good at this game. And we have a copper cog to get back. We're gaming. The foil textless one? The foil textless one, or no, wait. Like the original Judge promo. I don't, I'd have to pull it up and look and see what it looks like. I can pull it up after this. We can talk about it. Your favorite lightning bolt art is the one from the D&D set? Yo, I didn't know that they did a D&D lightning bolt. Now I'm going to have to find that. I didn't know they did that. Now I'm going to have to, ooh, that's hot. Hot. That's good. The Christopher Rush art is the alpha lightning bolt, right? Like that's the alpha lightning bolt, I'm pretty sure. I also want an alpha lightning bolt. Yeah, boom grenade off the top of the deck is insane. That's crazy. If heist hits, we get a boom grenade back. No crank, throw gun for 3, arsenal cog in the machine. I own a copy of every bolt from 93 to 2013. That's so cool, Jay. It's like such a random, like fun thing. Like, that's awesome. I love that.
Show me what you got.
I don't even know if that works here. Carly and I have been watching Rick and Morty, so. Yeah, there's 2 heist in the sideboard. Ooh. Ooh, Arg Smash. This is spicy. Our opponent's on some sauce. There's a sad emo girl lightning bolt now, too. Well, I mean, I said I want one of all of them, so line them up. Oh, no. No! I mean, we have cog in the machine. It's fine. Not that big of a deal. Cog in the machine. We are going to tap one of these because it lines up with our backspin thrust very well. Blue soup up is insane, right? So, or go again, untap a cog here. I'm sorry, did you say $700? You know what? If emo lightning bolts are that much, then yes, I will be taking a Marvel Jarl. Somehow it'll still be cheaper. That's crazy. The Judge promo one is the one is on the list of I will part with it when I buy a house. I mean, listen, Jay, that's a very, very like respectable thing to say, right? Like I get that. I completely get that. I call it Jarvel. Oh, I love that. Jarvel. Yes. I'll take one Jarvel, please. One Jarvel, please. Now I'm just going to say that all the time. I like that so much. I like that so much. What's up with the resource? What's up with the resource? We just play this. 2, 3, and then Arsenal. I mean, I like just getting Dovetail for value here, right? I know that we're not going to draw a card, but we're not setting ourselves up to draw a card for next turn, but I think Dovetail is just correct here, right? Because we have the +2. I think both the Battle Hardens at Worlds are sold out, right, Derek? Because I actually have a ticket to the second Battle Harden. I missed the first Battle Harden, but I have the second. I have a ticket to the second one. I bought it before I bought my PTI. +1. A +1. Get in the bread zone, big fella. And then it's gun for tree. Put our opponent down to 5 here. I mean, this hand's pretty good. We're just pressuring here. I waited too long. I'm sorry, Derek. I hate that. Are you going to Worlds, Derek? Oh, there's nothing to steal. Ha ha ha. I'm not playing Lyeth tonight. God, I hate that card when I'm playing Lyeth. Every time somebody blocks with Steal Victory and I'm playing Lyeth, I just feel like from like Fairly Odd Parents when the dad's like Dinkelberg. That's how I feel every time. Do we take our opponent's last card, or do we just throw this? Or do we just arsenal this? I think we're just supposed to arsenal this, right? Cog in the machine. We banished one and put one on the bottom. There's still a cog in the machine that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, we're just going to sit on this. I mean, our hand's fine, right? Our hand's zipper hit, 0 to 60 backspin thrust. I think we'll take 3. This is fine. Aw, wish we had an item in play. 5-4-4 seems fine. I do a pose when I play villainous pose. Yo, I'm gonna need to start doing that. That's pretty cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's like super tacky, but I'm here for it. If we block with arms, we can't do backspin thrust, right? Like, how are we gonna do backspin thrust if we blocked with arms? None of them would be tapped. We don't have a card that taps when we attack with it. How does that help us? Have a cog to close it? East Adamant Gaming going to try and collect some cold foil tokens. Nice. Yeah, I don't understand how blocking with the arm piece does that for us. I would like to know, but I don't understand. Yeah, I'm confused. I better make top 8 or I won't have anything to do on Sunday. I mean, Annabelle, like, you can play inside events. Like, we'll find something to do. We'll find something to do. Are we playing this? We can't even, like, unicycle the Palantir if we do that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just workshop and attack, right? Like, we get to force 2 cards out of their hand. Actually, we get to force 3 cards, because if they block with 2 cards, we kill them. Yeah, see, this is perfect. Zeppelin does technically tap one. We're attacking because it forces 3 cards out of their hand. We're not letting them play offense, Damien. I don't want them to play offense at all. Like, this requires 2 cards. Okay. We go 4 and then 2. I mean, this actually just wins the game, right? If they don't have a defense reaction. They don't have a D-react. We just win, but they do have a D-react. I meant Palantir. No, you're good, James. You're good. Just going to attack for 7. Strip 3 cards. They go back to 5. I don't like that Fiddler's Green. That scares me. It's going to be 6 into 5. If they ever attack us with the claw again, we're going to get. They ever attack us with the claw, we're just going to go ahead and immediately jam the Tinker Rings in front. Doesn't look like they want to attack us, though. There's that cog in the machine we were looking for. That's actually what we wanted. I mean, this is just kind of like our loop here, right? We're going to arsenal the workshop, or we're going to arsenal the copper cog. I think we're going to arsenal the workshop. Okay. So there's 12 cards in our deck, and it's the very bottom card. We got to keep this in mind right now. Hey, what's up, Rose? I think we're going to go 4 go again. This is another Fiddler's Green. We're going to go 2 go again. We're going to go Soup Up, and then we're going to go Spitfire. I hate Jarl. Well, Rose, let me tell you what we're playing after this. Hey, what's up, Samuel? How are you, buddy? I learned RKO myself. What could have been done better this game? I mean, I don't think we've won this game yet. I actually think that they're trying to fatigue us right now. Like, I think right now that Cart's trying to fatigue us right now. And then Cart's going to go back to 5 here with the Fiddler's Green. Let's lead on 4 go again. Are there any backup protocol reds left in the deck? I didn't think we played both of them. Maybe I did. I did play both of them. Okay. How many Fiddler's Greens in the yard? 2. And there's a Sink Below left. A Shelter left. I want to save this. Like, do I just want to throw 5? I think it's 2 go again into 5 here. If you have the luck of one of my Jarls has with Jarl, your gravy win rate will be 100%. I mean, I doubt that, but that would be nice. I think the cog in the machine basically like lets us fatigue them, right? Hart said he's thinking. Like, I don't know what RKO could have done different this game. I just know that it felt like we were ahead the entire game. And like this takes at least 1 card. I keep hoping they attack us so that we can give up the arm piece here. Now let's keep this around. Let's throw 7 and Arsenal the Copper Cog. Or do we want to throw 7 and Arsenal the Zeppelin? How many CNCs have we seen? All of them? What are they trying to get us with? I think we're just going to Arsenal the Copper Cog, right? No, there's no reason to Arsenal the Copper Cog. We're just supposed to Arsenal the Zeppelin from here. Played Kano last night at my locals and came second, leading to your rant to be pulled up. Dude, Samuel, that's hilarious that you actually came in second just to have like my to have my like BS come up like that. Oh, there is 2 cogs left in the deck. Never mind. So we can actually pitch stack cogs here. We have a cog not in the top 2 cards. It's 3rd or 4th. I don't remember which. We can keep our hand. We have a pretty impactful hand here. No, we don't want to crank. This is fine. Yeah, blocking with the arms, I think, is very important here. And then we're going to pitch this Copper Cog. We're going to crank. We're going to tap 1 to keep this in the deck. We will boost. A world I wasn't supposed to boost here. Oh wait, shit. Sorry. I'm supposed to buff this here by 1. We might as well just get the points out of it. And then this gets your last 2 cards out of hand. All right. So there was nothing else for him to tutor up. Your dovetail draws were too good, is what Cart just said. And then we had, yeah, the blue throttle meant that, like, with the cog in the machine, I think we were unfatigable. With our life total being up, I don't think we were really like the ones going to get fatigued there. I was worried about it for a minute, but I think that like having that 1 cog in the machine late in the game actually just meant that we couldn't be fatigued. So we played against RKO. We went second, right? No, we went first. We did get the win. Ended up winning the fatigue battle with 1 copy of Hog in the Machine left in our deck to cycle and use gun. Was also winning the life totals battle later in the game. I'll just put life totals battle. Dovetails lined up very well. Op said. I want to make a note because, like, I want to talk about like what our opponent said lined up well for us, because I think that's important. Because sometimes your opponents like don't catch things that, like, you noticed, or like they catch other things that maybe I wasn't completely thinking about. So I don't know. I think that's just I think it's just good to take notes of things your opponents talk about. Okay. It was requested that we play Fatigue Jarl after this. I said 5 gifted and we would play Fatigue Jarl. 10 were gifted, 5 gifted by 2 people. First off, thank you guys so much for gifting 10 memberships on YouTube. I greatly appreciate that. Second, this is the deck we're going to be playing. We have an hour and 10 minutes left in the stream. The objective is to play 2 games before the stream ends tonight. We have a bunch of cards in the maybe board. I'm probably just going to go through and remove a bunch of those, to be honest. I can't stand having cards in my maybe board, so I'll probably just do that after the stream. But I have a sideboard guide that I've set up, and so we're just going to play this and see what happens. There's no world where 3 bells is correct. Are you talking about the Amulet of Echoes? Is that what you mean, Tom? I mean, it's very possible that having 3 of those in the deck is not correct. You can improve your Acilio match by not taking 47 damage on turn 3. I know, right? I know, Rico. Fatigue Mirror? God, I hope not. I mean, I'm here to play whatever. You know, like we'll play against whatever.
Prank him, John.
I'm just hitting the buttons because I always forget to hit things when I'm supposed to. I always forget to hit things when I'm supposed to, so I like to just like beep beep boop boop beep beep beep. Person's name is Pummel CNC. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so against Vynsett, we want to go first. We are on Coronet Peak. We are on Small Hammer like this. We're on Tunic. We're on Null Room Boots. We're on Gauntlets. Let's see. We're on 2 Midas Touch, 2 Amulet of Echoes, and we're cutting E-Strikes. Is the plan here? Based off what I put together here so far? I feel like E-Strikes might just be better. I don't know. We'll see. I guess having more blues. Oh, I guess we can actually destroy the Narseth or Nazareth or whatever the hell it's called. I can never remember what that stupid thing's called. All right, let's see. We are playing against Vynsett, and we are going first. I'm sorry to our opponent in advance. If they were the ones to tell me to drink bleach this time around, I would understand. We're just going to put Amulet into play. Tried to join, but I was too late. Works out for me because I can just watch. We're going to Arsenal Fate for Scene and Pass. Putting Amulet of Echoes into play has to be a sentence to this. It's for Narseth or yeah. I think like getting the ally off of like Fiddler's Green actually makes a lot of sense. It'd be pretty good. Could line up pretty well. If we have an opportunity to command and conquer them, I will for value. Peek yourself. I mean, putting the Amulet into play is just better, right? Because like there could be a world where we could get them with this, right? Like we could get them with the Amulet here, right? So we're going to pitch Frozen to Death. We'll take 1, I guess, and then we'll gain 3. I was honestly like halfway expecting a concession from them. This doesn't have Go Again. Oh, this has Go Again. Oh, never mind. I realized where I went wrong now. My bad. Thanks for pointing that out. We could have done both because that has Go Again. It's cool that you remember like what all the allies are. I actually care about the demon names way more than the angels that Prism makes. I mean, I don't remember enough of them either way. So RKO shouldn't attack you in that state if you still have arms, right? Probably not, Josh. They're probably not supposed to attack us in that state. But if they don't, then, I mean, yeah, they're probably not supposed to, but they have to attack us to win, right? I don't know. That's a tough call, Josh. I can feel the Randy Davis in this. Yo, Taylor, this is the Randy Davis special. I've created my own sideboard guide for it, but this is like the Randy Davis special. This is also one of the 3 decks I'm considering for Worlds, Taylor. I've always wanted to play Jarl and actually feel like it's good. Hopefully this is it. I just God, I wish we had Crown of Seeds. God, I wish we had Crown of Seeds so bad. Am I supposed to be peeking them in this matchup instead of actually attacking them over and over again? Like, is that just better? We're just gonna banish a card from our hand? They banished a card already? So, if I was to banish Sink Below, I could Command and Conquer them? I could overpitch for Command and Conquer? I don't know. That's a weird decision to make. That's a really weird decision to make. If they block you, Hammer is better. Otherwise, peeking is better, especially since they have Blood Dead. Making their hands less functional wins the game. Yeah, since they didn't have Tunic up, it was probably just better to like throw Coronet Peak to like get a card into their hand. But I guess they technically did block us, so I don't know. It's weird, right? What's the card they have over here? Deathly Delight? I like just having CNC here randomly. I feel like my idea of us playing 2 games before the end of the stream might have been a bold presumption. Might have been a bold presumption. By the way, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate you guys chilling. I know I've been gone most of the week, so I appreciate you guys just, hanging out. It's a belief you had? Wait, what? What did I say? So sometimes you guys say things in response to something that I said, and I forgot what I said, so my brain's just like,
Lizard. Lizard. Lizard.
oh, 2 games? Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm definitely considering if that's even possible now. Can't believe Amulet of Echoes has Go again. I wonder, and I don't know. I was very skeptical of playing a one of Amulet of Echoes in the sideboard for Syndra, but now I'm thinking about it. If like it might actually just be good enough. We get Shadow Puppetry, and they were willing to give up a card there. I mean, I think that's a win for us. They have a Deathly Well in their Banish Zone as well. Okay. I would love to be able to fuse our Okanold here, but I feel like I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too here. I click on Road to World Stream and see Jarl. Yes, John. Jarl is one of the decks I'm considering for CC. This is not a joke. We are not trolling you, buddy. I promise you. That is a real thing. A real thing I am considering. Plus, I get to play my Heart of Fandle. I mean, who doesn't love that, right? We're going to play our favorite scene. Bottom this. This is fine. I'm okay with just putting this to the bottom. Oh, we're never trying to fuse first cycle. I'm definitely just trying to have my cake and eat it too, Bobby. I'm definitely just trying to have my cake and eat it too, Bobby. 110%, dog. Any consideration for Banishing Sink to Coal, then representing CNC Pummel. That's true. If we would have gotten the hat, it would have been really good, right? We're gonna put this to the bottom. Ooh, creepers. Okay, not bad. Not a bad play there. So we're gonna use Tunic to block all the rune chants here. And then we'll just block 3. Yeah, I don't think it's worth giving up any equipment for this. A little bit of a feels bad, but we're just gonna Arsenal the Sigil of Solace and pass. If we could get Channel Lake Frigid into play, that would be awesome. That'd be baller. This looks foul, by the way. Yeah, this deck has one purpose. Like, to make your opponent cry. Like, this is, like, honestly, this deck is, like, really a skill check for your opponent to see how well they know. And he can... Oh, sorry, I read that already. Whoop. I hate that this might work. Oh, I know, right? I know. Give them a Frostbite. Put Channel into play. Do we just peek them and pass? Yeah. I think putting Channel into play and just taking a card to their hand is good here. Yo, that's right. Tell him, Rob. Tell him. Also, what's up, Rob? How are you, buddy? We maybe never cycle fusing with this deck. You want to be tortured? It only costs $25. Remember that? Pockets, that's so funny. I'd love a world where they introduce a point-based system for generics. So a deck can only have so many points worth of generics. So that's an interesting idea, Christopher. It might not. It's going to work. They have no creepers to go wide now. That's also true, Jordan. That's also true. I mean, we're just going to Coronet peek them again, right? And then play Sigil. And then we're going to Arsenal. We're going to put both of these to the bottom and Arsenal this Sigil. No fuse. Sag. Is there any world we try to kill their Quill Hand? Ooh, do we try to kill their Grimoire? So that we can just get Blood Deck going? Or do we kill Tunic, maybe? Yo, let's go. Where's your ProQuest at? Is it at the New Haven Games, I think is what it's called, Rob, if I remember correctly? But I just bought my CNCs and E-Strikes, and I need y'all to calm down before my investment tanks. You know what? I honestly, Foxy, I can 100% respect the honesty behind your statement. Like, the statement was just like, I like this idea, but please, chill. Oh, that's so funny. I mean, we're just going to go get a Crumble, right? We're just going to overpitch to go get a Crumble, play the Sigil, and then we're going to Arsenal the Sink Below. Odd Willow Games. Where did I come up with that name, then? Where did I come up with that name? I mean, getting the Blood Debt rolling here could be pretty good for us because they can't do anything about this. I don't know. I kind of like this idea. I mean, getting Tunic off the board could be good, right? I don't know. This could just be solid if we ever get to pull our Frozen to Death turn together. They've stacked up Rune Chants pretty well. I'm curious to see what they can put together. Like, if they draw into, like, some Go again, they could have some pretty good turns, right? Hey, what's going on? Tunic is a fine target, agree. Vexing. Vexing would have been pretty good. I don't hate that. I do not hate that at all. Mavrian Sky sets up going in as well. So this is 5 rune chance, and then this comes in for 6. We want to keep our Everbloom and Lives in our deck. We also want to keep Midas Touch in our deck. If they have some like ridiculous nonsense, we just have like Sink Below in response. It's turn 7 and we're at 45. I'm trying to think of like what a world looks like where we lose this game. Like genuinely want to know what it looks like where we lose this game. Ooh, Blood Debt is only in Banish. So maybe that's a consideration. That like destroying this doesn't like yeah, never mind. Never mind. Sam makes a good point. Yeah, never mind. I'm a boob. I'm a boob. So we're gonna skip the rest of the rune chance, fall down to 41. And then I mean, honestly, like we can just play the Sink Below here. Don't see a reason not to, right? We'll go down to 39. We'll just pass. Seems fine. Yeah, so I should have targeted Tunic. Should have targeted Tunic. Tunic or Vexing, I guess, is fine. Either one would have been okay. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to ripple away that? I don't think so, right? This is fine. We get to block Rune Chance. And then we get to play Pulse, give them a Frostbite. And then we can play Crumble and target their Quill Hand, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I was just curious to know if like it was any good there or not. Like Ripple would have let them make 2 Rune Chance instead of 3. Give them a Frostbite. Is it better to Tunic or to Quill Hand here? Tunic, if we destroy Tunic, they can never... They have to pitch a card to Coronet Peak for the rest of the game. If we get rid of Quill Hand, I don't know. I'm just going to go with my brain and target Tunic, because that was what I was thinking the first time. What my brain was telling me the first time. Okay, so Fapton said Quill Hand. Okay. So if Fapton says Quill Hand, like, that's definitely what we should have hit. Let's keep Terra Sunder in the deck. I have no problem just blocking like this. We're essentially agreeing to... Yeah, I think this is fine. We'll just cover this up. Well, I guess we already took damage, right? That was wrong. We're just supposed to take one more. We're supposed to just block with the Channel Mount Eyes in here. Take one more and then just throw Hammer. We go back to 40. I guess we could force their Tunic counter here. Just want to be keeping cards in our deck, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Tuning doesn't do much if I don't have creepers or envelop. I don't know this person's list though. Okay, so I guess Quill Hand is like their get out of jail free card. We don't have an ice card to fuse with Frozen to Death, which makes me kind of sad. We could just go Terra Sunder into Hammer for 5. I actually think that's fine, right? I think Terra Sunder, like, if they don't have a defense reaction, like, this is cards out of their deck or Purgatory. And if they're willing to give me Purgatory, it makes all my late game stuff better. I mean, okay, or it's 2 cards out of their deck. Recently read the first one. Yo, there's free audiobooks on YouTube. Carly's been telling me that like audiobooks are probably something that would like entertain me while I'm like driving or like, like I don't know. Instead of just like brain rot, like watching movies over and over again that like I've like watched before when I'm like sitting around the house or something. I don't know. Card in hand means you save 3 points on the following turn. No need to ever overblock unless we're stopping an on hit. That makes a lot of sense. Are they thinking about their second discard? They are. Okay. They're thinking about their second discard here. Listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl. Audiobooks are the shit. Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, if my opponent wants to like block differently, that's fine with me. I haven't read a book in like a decade. Audiobooks are where it's at. All right, so we get a widespread destruction out of their deck. And then we're just going to Arsenal Think Below. This Amulet of Echoes is strictly, and I do mean strictly, like just for blocking Rune Chance. Guess we'll just go ahead and pay into this and then give the Sink Below. Putting the Oakenold on the bottom. We have something we want to Imposing Visage back into the deck. Like, I don't even think we care about this, do we? Like, we could go get, like, a Channel Mount Eyes in here for, like, basically no value. I don't really know, like, what the point of playing this card would be here. Gonna smash that like button. Yo, Fabton, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I mean, we're just gonna take a card out of their hand and then just Arsenal the Fate Scene. They're slowly just killing themselves with Blood Debt here, and I'm pretty content with that. So, and if we have another hand where we can put Channel Lake Frigid into play and attack, I will. Like, that's fine with me. You get double Fuse base. Ooh, that makes a lot of sense. Being able to double Fuse would have been really good there. Well, basically, like, unless they have a shadow action, nothing they have is connecting here. We have 3 blues and 2 defense reactions. Isn't stacks like? I don't know that Vynsett can ever win this game, if I'm being honest. We're just gonna put Channel into play, and I guess we'll just take another card out of their hand. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to be attacking because they're at 18 now. Yeah, using the Everbloom in life to pitch stack an Oakenold Fuse for second cycle would have been really good. Vynsett is free, to be honest. I mean, Vincett's already a deck that like struggles into like some normal decks fatiguing, and now we're playing like Omega Godlike fatigue. So I mean, yeah, if the opponent wants to play it out, this is just more practice for me. So Warhammer has a lot of fun horror mystery books if you were into that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know, like some of my favorite books are like the last book that I read, like honestly, this is really gonna like show how little I read. Was in high school, and I read The Fault in Our Stars when I was 18. Yeah, we're at 40. We lost a little bit of life. We were much higher than that a minute ago. We're now getting to a point to where I want to arsenal the Midas Touch to be able to deal with their. This does not stop them from doing this, unfortunately. Yeah, there it is. To kill that thing. That's exactly what we wanted to stay away from. Your thoughts on Pleiades? I'm on Other Heroes. I feel like you know all things Guardian. Oh, so you were actually correct the first time. It's ZACK. No, it's all good, dude. Aggro Zack, it's all the same. Um, I mean, I've played a little bit of Pleiades, like nothing crazy to be honest. Like I've played a little bit. I haven't like really played a ton of it, if I'm being honest. And like it's am I supposed to just like not block with this? I mean, it doesn't really matter how I play this right at this point. We should use Tunic technically because it allows us to do this. I think the opponent just said this game's going well. I might get you to 35 this game. I think that's going to just like wrap up this game. I think like Nazareth is like one of the Narseth or whatever is like one of the best things they can do. All right, let's see. You should listen to the Hail Mary Project if you want to try audiobooks. Hail Mary Project. Okay, I'm in for that, dude. How many rune chants are there? 7. Ugh. So let's go Heart of Fandle. I mean, let's pitch the Righteous Cleansing. We might as well. Is there any reason to block this out entirely? Or should we just leave the Fate Foreseen alone? Seems fine to just leave it alone and take 2, I think. They go to 10. Gonna pass. Yeah, this is kind of insane, actually. All right, let's see. The Hail Mary Project. Carly, if you're listening, please remember that for me. Second Hail Mary Project. Okay. Reading for school versus reading what you want is so different. Just gotta find what you like. I mean, that's what I've been told a few times, Mello. Brandon Sanderson has great fantasy stuff if that's what you want. My name is Zach as well, but it's with an H. Yeah, chicken. I don't know, man. Like my mom thought she was like being cool when she named me Zach with when she named me Zach with Zach with a K. Like I don't really know what was going on there, but she thought she was being cool. So, you know. I think we're just gonna like IP the ripple away here. I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna play the Vapor Scene. I know we fell to 40. Well, I mean, dog, we're about to go to 39, so read a lot for fun, but I would not recommend my reading materials. Fair enough. I'll be finished listening to John Green's newest nonfiction book while driving to my ProQuest this weekend. John Green, if I'm not mistaken, is who wrote Don Green is who wrote The Fault in Our Stars, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly. I think that's who wrote that. We gotta win. Felt like a bad matchup for Vynsett. We were at 39 when they conceded, and we had just killed the Seth. Just blocked and pitched every turn, then activated Coronet Peak. Okay. That was a game of all time. We're about to play another one just like that. Hail Mary Project is by the same guy who wrote The Martian. It's on my list of things to read, listen to. Oh, dude, I like that Martian. I never read the book The Martian, but I watched the movie. It was really good. All right, we got time for one more. We got 40 minutes left. We got time for one more. Hang on. We scroll back up here. Anderson is a goat, but pretty hard to recommend for someone who started reading again after a while. Those books are bricks. Okay, fair enough. The notes just blocked and pitched. I mean, yeah, dude. Like, I hate to sound that way, but that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did. All right, let's go. Vynsett, or I'm sorry, no, Florian. Wrong matchup. Wrong matchup. Florian. Actually, I feel like we're supposed to go first in this matchup, but it says to go second. It's a null room boots kind of matchup. It is a null room boots kind of matchup. We are also on Skullcap. All right, we're on Skullcap. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, we're on Skullcap. We're on everything else. And then we are on one Midas Touch. No amulets, no poisons. And we're on Sledge. Here for it. Let's see what happens. Should be an interesting matchup. I guess we're just going to, like, try and stay under... We're just going to, like, try and stay under Reaping Blade. Like, under their life total so that we don't have to worry about Reaping Blade. LOL, dog. That's so funny. We're gonna get Grasp. Actually, am I supposed to Arsenal the Frozen to death? I think I am, right? I think I'm supposed to Arsenal the Frozen to death. As weird as that sounds. We're gonna get Crumble. We're gonna target Grasp, and we're gonna Arsenal the Frozen to death. And then we draw into a Fuse target. Oh, I just realized I can't see what you all are saying. I have a different monitor. I have a different thing pulled up. Sorry, guys. I'm just like, hella ignoring y'all. That be on me, Captain. That be on me, Captain. So Crumble to Eternity pitches, or pops off. We're just gonna play Frozen to death. Pitching Heart, and we're gonna Fuse here. Nothing happens. We gain a life. We give them a Frostbite, and then we're gonna Arsenal Crumble to Eternity. Sure. Yeah, we get Grasp first. They just die when they germinate if you have Poison the Well. Ooh, so Poison the Well feels pretty good here. Cool. Cool. I'm expecting a lot of that playing on Talishar. I'm expecting a lot of that. Okay, I was going to invite them to chat and tell them, like, not to apologize. I get it. We're gonna fire up one more. We're gonna fire up one more game. We played against Florian. We went second. We got the win. Killed Grasp on turn 2. And they conceded. Is there a world where we lose that game? I think we're gonna go first this time. Is there a world where we lose that game after we get grasp on turn 2? Like, genuinely, can somebody tell me? Is there a world where that's a thing? Oh, stop leaving! No, stop leaving! Come back! uh, Poison the well punishes them for that? I mean, yeah, listen, if we get if another person concedes, we're probably not gonna have time for another one, guys. But I'm gonna try and fit another one in here. Oh, it's Jay. Jay, what's going on? I don't think I have a Maxx sideboard guide. I think this is Cornet Peak. Um, that's not an ally. They don't gain life. Amulet, maybe? Scythe Florian can win without grasp? Where's Damien on Arachne, please? Dear God, don't you ever say that again. Ever. I mean, I don't know. We'll run a 3-block, I guess. So it's gonna be put channel into play. What do we want to get here? Arm piece? Man, if we just keep crumbling on turn 0, we're just like built different, dog. Arsenal sink below. Draw, fused, frozen to death. Aw, Sag. I was hoping we could just pull it all together. I will mute the stream. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Jay. Got a clunker. Ooh. Amulet of Echoes. We're gonna pay 1. And then we'll sink below. I'm pretty happy putting this on the bottom. That's fine. I think that's fine. I think arm is best, right? Because if they flip into Mecha Godzilla, like, we can just like blow up the -1, right? We're just coronet peeking every single turn, right? Like, this is like literally just peek every single turn to slow them down. It's peek every single turn or blow up equipment, I feel like, is the only play here. Any piece of armor, to be honest, if you break one. Oh, does Nitro not work if we break one? Like, period? Like, does it actually just stop working if we break an equipment piece? Do they have to have all of them to flip? Yeah, I did not realize that. I feel like you guys are learning how bad I am at this game now. Like, the more we're talking. We'll just go ahead and cover this up. Jay said he's cooking. Jay said they're cooking. So I'm curious to see what they come up with. um It's to target all 4 armor pieces. I don't know why Jay broke the chain. They need to errata his cards to make them like function in 2025. I actually very strongly agree with you. Dude, this is better than throwing hammer. Like, when we played Oldham back in the day, we just threw hammer over and over again. Now we're just activating Coronet Peak every turn. This is great. This is awesome. Like, Value Town, population, us. Now imagine if this was a leg piece and we could just still Crown of Seeds on our turn. Imagine. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and use Tunic to do this. I feel like we'll throw CNC if it's disruptive enough. I'm 5 minutes behind live. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Command and Conquer still takes a card out of hand. We're going to gain some life in the arsenal here. Problem with non-DO mechs is that German High Octane was a problem, made all non-DO mechs unplayable, aside from Puffin. I actually agree with you. I actually very, very much agree with you. Oh, we were supposed to play Everbloom Life for the life gain there? Okay, I guess that makes sense. We just get to go, we get to put like Crumble back in the deck, and then we're just up an extra life. Since we're just playing hard fatigue and they're boosting, I guess that makes the most sense. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we're going to try and keep the Frozen to death this turn. I'm going to try and block with the Fate Foreseen and the Sigil, and hopefully we can get away with this. Coronet Peak, but in feet, named Frigid Shin Strike. Ooh, that's an awesome name. See, I'm all about that name. I love that, Pockets. I'm not Pockets. Every time you say something in the chat, I like have to fight my like inner instinct to like want to just call you by your actual name. Bottom that doesn't matter. We're playing Oldham. We're just bottoming all the blues and setting up a good second cycle. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think I'm enjoying this a little too much. I think I'm enjoying this a little bit too much, guys. Just gonna Arsenal the Crumble and set up here. This is fine with me. His name isn't Pockets, LOL. You were playing against Maxx, though? I mean, sure. To be fair, we've played a couple of games. So we played against the Vynsett, which I was told is basically free. And then we played against a, I'm going to pitch footsteps here. We played, yeah, so we played against a Vynsett. We played against a Florian where we killed Grasp on turn 2 and they just left, which I understand. And now we're playing against a Maxx. 2-1 at my locals because I refuse to play Jarl. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. Probably is that bad. Probably is that bad. Facts, dough. Facts, dough. We're not going to sink this. I don't care to block with this. We're just going to play Crumble and target the chess piece after this. Like, I'm pretty content with just blocking with this. Fine. The player gets my compass turn 1 or 2 every game. How do they get compass on turn 1? Is that even possible? Like, genuine question. Is that even possible? Give them a Frostbite. Target the Tekla Foundry Heart. Where are you? I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm dead again. Pulp? Oh, batter to a pulp? Yeah, batter to a pulp could do it. That actually makes sense. They go first and play Crumble into Frozen to Death? Oh. So, like, turn 0 is play Crumble, and then, like, their next turn is to, like, play Frozen to Death? You mean like we did earlier, Rose? Yeah, one of the tricky parts is going to be to figure out how to navigate like the Gravy matchup and the Verdance matchup. Those are going to be things I'm going to have to spend some time on with this deck. Oh. Ooh, spicy. Um, just go ahead and block like this. They always have it. I hate it. I can always tell when someone's genuinely getting tilted because like it starts like all caps. We start getting like all capsing. I'm like, okay, 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 okay. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Gravy is easy. Verdance is the hardest, in my opinion. Okay. We're at 50, which is actually kind of insane. I hate that I had to give up gauntlets to the T-bone. Was well played by Jay, holding on to that till the end of the turn. They did reprint Snag. Most people did not know that because it's the lowest full rate card of any card from the set. I love that there's like a one of righteous cleansing in this deck. Just play it like this is fine. My man sends a message that says Frog Tour and then says, I didn't mean to send that. What? Short printed. Yeah, they're the most short printed card. I mean, yeah, like the fact that they're 15 bucks is not bad, honestly, right? Are we just gonna play both sides and gain a life here? And then use Crumble to take a card out of Jay's hand? I mean, we'll just put another Crumble back in the deck. That's fine with me. Coronet Peak against anything not playing Coronet Peak against anything not playing Tunic is crazy. Don't make fun of me. I wasn't making fun of you. I love that like people send random messages all the time. Welcome to the Frog Tour. Yo, I'm here for it. I don't even know what that means, but I'm here for it. I got to blow up Verdant Stormstrider's turn 1 as Pleiades last Armory. They were not happy about it. Yeezel, that's awesome. I mean, I guess if we blow up Stormstriders, are we able to just like it's not free at that point, right? But like it's probably favored from there. I'm gonna pitch Oakenold to the Rampart here. Because we just put the Everbloom in life, or I'm sorry, the Crumble to Eternity on the bottom. Yeah, Snags only being $15 is a pretty good deal. I'm very sad that I could pay into this, but we can't because I was greedy and I pitched this. Me being a bag nun. I mean, but if they're comboing us, then like we can't really be below 10 life, right? Pockets. But I get what you're saying. You paid 12 for 2 snags. That's a pretty good deal, I'd say. It's a pretty good deal.
Lizard.
How my brain functions.
Lizard.
We can try to Arsenal the Frozen to death here. Excuse me. That's right. Donald's in on the frog train. Let's go. Frog train, all aboard. Okay. Go to 39. We're now below 40. We're now below 40. Enough frogs? Yo, Gavin, if you're actually mad, dog, I apologize. I'm not actually trying to make you angry. Like, if you're actually mad, I am sorry. Lizard or frog?
Lizard.
No question. No question here. Come on now.
Lizard.
Yes, Mello, you are hearing lizard. Because I love lizard. I'm like brick. I love lamp. We're gonna bottom the Faper scene. Interesting. We were doing that in hopes of finding a blue so that we could coronet peek them and pass, but this poor Maxx is accurate. This poor Maxx is very, very accurate. I guess we're going to attack because we don't have Tunic up to coronet peek them. Edge. Unironically, I was just trying to type Jarl and my keyboard auto-corrected to Frog Tour, and I don't know why. Well, that's pretty funny, honestly, Gavin. I mean, I like, we could, we're probably pretty close to being able to no block, right? And it just not mattering because that's just where we're at in the game right now. Like, if we no block the rest of the game, we could probably just still not die. Which is kind of wild. Kind of wild. And I really don't want to let you put an item into play, so we're not going to. Cool, 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 cool. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Do we even need to play the second Frozen to Death? Like, is that even something we need to do? Excuse me. I don't think we do, right? You should get max to 1 while you're at 40 and then concede. You don't have to twist my arm too hard for that. I'm kind of here for that. Jay will probably get a kick out of it too. Like, and the crazy part is, like, we still have flexors available. It's been so long since I've played, like, a degenerate fatigue deck. I mean, yeah, we'll just pass. We've arsenaled a card we're not really planning to play, so kind of big chillin'. He's at 19 cards in deck. You won't need flexors. I mean, yeah, no, I agree. Like, I don't think we'll need flexors either. We're gonna say no blocks, and we're gonna play Faper Scene. Bottom Midas Touch. I mean, Midas Touch is a 3 block, right? Is Maxx bad, perhaps? Sharp, don't listen to them. Don't listen to him, man. Play whatever you want. You play whatever you want. Hey, hey, live! Live! Whatever he says in Ted Lasso in that, like, funny moment when he's, like, on that interview. I see that in memes all the time. Okay. So is this like we have high octane at home? Is that what that card is? Is that what hit the gas is? Maxx isn't bad. He's just unique. Gotta find the yes. Jay was asking if they can undo. That's fine. Like, I'm more than content with them undoing here. Of power creep, avoiding a vacuum. Yo, what does that even mean? A power creep avoiding a vacuum? I don't even understand what that means. I still play Blaze with no Striders. I don't hate that. You're talking about, like, Blaze and, like, Blitz, right? Is that what you mean, Martin?
Prank 'em, John.
I'm just hitting buttons now because they're over there. Just hitting buttons because they're over there. Yo, Valk, what up, dude? Oh, that's true. If they're under his helmet, they don't work, do they? I didn't realize that. So, I wonder what the chances are we lose to a Dio. Like, honestly, like, I wonder if there's, like, any world that we lose to a Dio with, like, Sinks, Fates, Shelters, Three Fiddlers Green. Like, is there any world we lose to Dio? Like, is there, like, a high roll world where we lose to Dio? Uh-oh. I don't even know what this card does. I've seen it do cool things before. You're just giving up flexors here? Does it matter? Does it matter at all? I think I'm just pitching Macho. Just okay blocking with the other two cards here. I'm a good Dio. I'd love to play some games whenever. Gavin, I'm definitely down. I don't have time tonight because after this game, we'll have to turn the stream off. But 110%, like I'm in some time to play games. I would love to test the theory. For sure, Gavin. I've seen Dio with fatigue decks beat fatigue Jarl a few times, so it definitely can happen. It's just not likely. Okay. Okay, that's good to know, Yeezel. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. To the block. We did block with Rampart. Yeah. We did block with Rampart. Um We're gonna take one, and then they're going to attack with 5 overpower. And if they do, we're just gonna jam Rampart and Channel Mount Eisen in front. And now we're gonna get full value out of the Rampart this turn. I mean, that's true if we're peaking every turn, but my question is like, there's gonna be turns when Dio takes us off of peak, right? I mean, trying to figure out if there's a world where like Pulse actually does enough here for us to play it this turn. Some of my best locals are Dios and a Jarl, so I've seen that matchup like 100 times by now. Okay, fair enough. I wonder how much of a Silver Age playset would cost. Someone get, yo, I mean, listen, exclamation point Himmel, or no, I changed it. It's exclamation point bizarre now because you can at least Google that, but there's like a billion ways to spell Himmel. So we're gonna give a Frostbite and we're gonna go Flexors because why not? We got to get back to 40. I mean, we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Gonna go eat some dinner. Have a good night. Yo, Fabton, thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you have a good night. All right, we're gonna block this way just to get back to 40, just for you guys. Just for you guys. I mean, I don't know if it's actually possible to end the game at 40. That would be cool if we could. And go back to 40 right here and then pass. Staying at 40 seems improbable over the course of the game, but you know, I mean, if we could do it, it would be cool. Get back to 40, huh? Sounds like you want to play RKO. I mean, I did enjoy RKO the one time I played it. Let's see. We played against a Maxx. We went first. We did get the win. Destroyed arm piece to deny them or to deny op mecha flip suit. Just had to block from there. Let's see. Destroyed arm piece around turn 4 to 5, I would say. Just had to block from there. Ended the game at 40. It is kind of sad that, like, you know, some of these decks just like don't really have anything they can do without high octane in the format. It's actually a little sad when you like see it happening. So yeah, the fatigue Jarl deck. This is it. Slow and painful. Because it's slow and painful for both of us. Honestly, I'm just excited I get to play my Heart of Fandle again. I'm not convinced that 3 Amulet of Echoes is correct. There might be a world where we're supposed to be on like 2 Amulet of Echoes and like 2 Midas Touch, and then we're supposed to be on 2 Oasis Respites in the sideboard. So, I don't know. RKO gameplay is fun. This deck is the incarnate of all of that for a drop of blood. I love that so much. That's such a great quote there, Tom. I love that. Any predictions for Monarch 3? I hope they don't do Prism. I know they won't, but I know they will, but I hope they don't. 1 Amulet max? Actually, Frog Tour does counter max. That's very fair, Gavin. Very fair. I mean, I feel like you need more than 1 to try and like turn Acilio offline early, right? Like, it's to help you with the Acilio matchup. Because we could definitely lose if they throw 47 at us. Prism Gravy meta, woo. Yeah, that sounds not fun. Guys, don't forget, check out the Green Tree Sports Card 10K, GSC 10K in the chat. Or exclamation point GSC 10K in the chat. Make sure you check that up. November the 1st, they have a 10K coming up in CC on Saturday. And on Sunday, they have a 2.5K coming up on Sunday to be able to practice for Worlds. It is 2 weeks before Worlds. It is great practice. I am probably going to go and be there. It's in the Pittsburgh area. Should be a lot of fun. It should be good practice. So make sure you check that out. If you want more details about that, make sure you use the command. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Remember, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all those free buttons. It goes a long way in helping me out. I really appreciate it. Also, I really appreciate you guys coming back and hanging out, even though I didn't stream Monday, Tuesday, and we had no video on Wednesday. I know that, I normally have content out there like 7 days a week. So I really appreciate, we sat around, 120-ish viewers most of the night between both platforms. So I really appreciate, y'all hanging out and being here to support, even though I've been sick most of the week. So we got a gameplay video coming for you guys tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be just yet. I let the YouTube members and Twitch subscribers vote in the Discord. I'm not sure what one I'm going to check after this, and we're going to edit it and put it together. So we'll have some gameplay coming out for you guys tomorrow. Also, if you want a 24-hour giveaway, please make sure you reach out to me if you have not yet. If you already reach out to me, I'm going to try and start getting those shipped out tomorrow. So you should be expecting those coming in the next week or so. I want you guys to have your fun stuff before Worlds rolls around. So we're going to work on getting that shipped out. And yes, we will be streaming on Saturday afternoon. There will not be a stream tomorrow. Video tomorrow. We'll be streaming on Saturday afternoon. Getting some more games in and playing some games. So thanks so much for hanging out, guys. Appreciate y'all chilling. Have a good night, and I will see y'all on Saturday. Take it easy, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water. That was not water.
Oh, here, have some water.
I was